All right, let's go ahead and let's review a few things on this insurance thing on identity theft protection. Let me just reiterate the blocks on the first one. The first one is monitoring. You want more than just a monitoring setup. All right. You also want to get a protection plan that has the restoration services and it will assign a counselor to clean up the mess. Listen, this could take you hours to do. All right, so keep that in mind. All right, so let me just say that never email your account information anywhere, and that should serve you well. And there's various ways you can go. All right, so let's just plan on um, getting identity theft protection. Not a bad thing to have in this day and age. And then eventually, you're going to have credit cards, etc. So you want to just make sure you got that down. All right, let's just talk about life insurance real quick. You're going to need it. You may not need it now. Listen, when you're single, right now, high school, you don't need it. College, you don't need it. All right. But, when you get out, a lot of you will get a job and they'll offer you small life insurance, 50,000 maybe, something like that, and that's fine. But once you get married and have kids, you're going to have to bump it up and get 250,000, 500,000. And listen, when you're young, term life insurance is cheap, so that's what we want to get. And because here's the deal, hopefully you'll never need it. We don't want to use our insurance, right? When we don't want to die. But life insurance is to replace the lost income of someone who dies. So if you're single, no one's relying on your income, just you. And if you die, you don't need it anymore. All right. Now, two types of insurance. You want to get term insurance. That means you'll probably get like a 20-year term, maybe a 25-year term. And then before it goes out, you'll probably get another 20, 25. I like to think of it like this. Get a policy from like 25 to 45, 45 to 65, two 20-year terms. And by that time, you'll be self-insured, which I'll come back to in a moment. Now, you don't want to get number two, cash value or whole life insurance. That's a waste of money. It's very expensive. The only person it helps is the insurance agent. All right, so don't get it. Stick with term insurance. As you look down a little further, the most common myth is the need for life insurance is a permanent situation. No, it's not, because you're going to be debt free. You're going to have a car paid off. You're going to have your home paid off when you're like 50 years old, and you're going to be socking money away. You're going to be self-insured. You won't need the insurance company. Now, I will say this. And I think, if you listen to Dave Ramsey, he'll say that he's got life insurance. Listen, he doesn't need it. He's worth millions. But his wife feels better if he has life insurance. So, sometimes you just have to get it so your spouse feels good. So it's one of those things you may not need when you're 65 or 70, but your spouse may want you to have it. All right. But once again, hopefully you'll be self-insured later in life. Now, if you save, invest, stay out of debt, have a solid financial play, you'll become self-insured. That's the goal here. All right? All right, so there we go on the insurance. Now, I'm just going to run through on page 202 the insurances to avoid. Look, you're going to get car insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and some of these other insurance we talked about, long-term care, that's later. And listen, I'll go back on that long-term care insurance. Some people say that you'll spend more in the last 3 or 4 months of your life on health care compared to what you spent the 40 years before that. You see, that's why we talk about maybe you ought to have long-term health insurance. Okay, I'm not going to go back there, but that's the reason, because the end of life health expenses can really, really go up. All right, here we go. Bad ideas in the insurance world. Credit or life disability pays off a borrower's debt. No, you'll be gone, doesn't matter. Credit card protection. No, we're not getting that. Cancer. Why would you get that? If you die from cancer, you already have life insurance. We're not doing that. And you have health insurance. It's a gimmick. All right. Isn't it funny? That's about cancer, but obesity kills more people, I believe, than cancer. Nobody sells obesity insurance. I mean, anyway, you know. All right, accidental death? No, we're not getting that either. Any insurance with cash value, whole life? No, we're not getting that either. Prepaid burial? Not doing that. Invest your money and let it grow, and you'll come out way ahead. All right. Mortgage life insurance? We're not doing that. All right. Okay, that's pretty simple. Any kind of duplicate coverage. You got health insurance, you have health insurance. You don't need 3 health insurance. Okay? Now, if you look down at the bottom on page 203, there's a nice little chart there on cash value versus term plus a Roth IRA. All right. So what you got to do if you sit down with an insurance agent, say, well, what's it going to cost me to get term insurance? Cost you like I don't know, $20 a month. How much is whole life? Oh, it's like $120 a month. Well, if you invest the difference, the $100, you'll come out way ahead. And there's a chart that shows that. You see that? So if you buy whole life, you see who you're making rich? The insurance agent. Doesn't help you at all. All right. All right. Let's go over to the money in review. I'll run through the answers here for you. And we'll wrap up this chapter on insurance. Number 1 is G. Number 2 is C. 3 is B. And 4 is D. Number 5 is the letter F. 6 is A. 7 is E. Now, number 8 is about raising your deductible may be a good option. And that is true. That is true. And you always want to weigh that out. And you'll have to run some numbers because sometimes it makes sense to raise it, sometimes it doesn't. Number 9, financially, it makes sense to stay on your parents' auto insurance while you're in college. That's true. Okay. Number 10, which of the following would not be a huge financial risk? A lost cell phone. In other words, you could pay for that out of your emergency fund. All right. Number 11, the time between the disabling event and the start of the payments, that's the elimination period, D. And number 12, we're only going to get term insurance, and that covers a specific period of time. Number 13, transfer risk. Transfer it to the insurance company. That's why you get car insurance, etc. Number 14, explain the importance of liability protection. Well, like if you're a homeowner, you get liability because somebody might come over to your house, trip over the dog, fall, break his arm. Well, liability insurance, all right? And it takes care of medical bills that are not your fault, or, well, nobody's really at fault. And it could be in an accident, okay? So, all right. Number 15, why should life insurance not be used as an investment? Go back and look at that chart, okay? And that'll help you. Number 16, explain how someone becomes self-insured. Solid financial plan, avoid debt, pay off your house. I mean, have no payments when you go into retirement. And then your income, your needs are going to be way, way, way less. And then when you die, you're going to have a nice sum of money set aside. Number 17, unnecessary types of insurance. I don't know, credit cards, cancer, cell phone. You know, I've looked back at my cell phones and I've never gotten insurance. So I've had a cell phone, you know, like when the 3G came out like in 2008. So that's like 12 years ago. And I didn't insure it. So I've never had to replace a phone. Now, I don't know, let's just say insurance was $6 a month. That's $72 a year. 72 times 12, $840. I break even, right? So, I don't know. I could get another phone, although my phone now is pretty old. It's an iPhone 6. So, I mean, I'm good to go. All right. So, anyway, we're not going to buy unnecessary insurance. All right? All right. Well, I hope that helps. Now, I will say this. Now, if you buy a nice Mac computer, you might want to get a protection plan for a couple years. I don't know. I've got some Macs around the house, 6 years old, but there's some, if, you could get a limit and it might not be a bad idea. I mean, if you spend $2,000 on a machine to $100 extra year protection or something, that might be worth your while. But you just got to weigh all this stuff out, because you could insurance your stuff to death, all right, on everything you buy. I mean, you go buy a DVD player and they want to, you want to buy insurance on it, warranty. I don't know. All right, so you're going to have to weigh all that out. All right. All right. Well, good luck there on chapter 10 and the homework.